I want everybody to know out there, this is my last live show on 106 Park. And, man, me and Free wanted you all to know that we love y'all very much.
It wasn't just about music videos and celebrity drop-ins. 106 and Park was the heartbeat of black culture. But let's not pretend it was all glitz and smooth sailing. Behind the bright lights and high-energy interviews, there was plenty of drama. Some of it messy, some of it downright scandalous. A lot of behind-the-scenes tea has been kept hush-hush, until now. So, what was really happening on BET's biggest stage? When 106 and Park made its debut in 2000, it wasn't just another countdown show. It was the spot for anyone deep into hip-hop and R&B. It wasn't just an after-school hangout. It became a full-blown cultural phenomenon, influencing trends and setting the tone for music and entertainment. Fans tuned in religiously to catch the hottest videos, see their favorite artists up close, and stay plugged into industry gossip. But let's talk about the real magic. How did this legendary show carve out its own lane? Especially with Marie and AJ Calloway leading the charge, they weren't just hosts. They became the faces of B.E.T, icons in their own right. How Free and AJ became the heart of the show. Marie, hailing from Boston, wasn't just another aspiring TV personality. She was the real deal. A girl from Roxbury, Massachusetts, who had always been passionate about music, arts, and performing. Free was all about living authentically and giving her best every single day. She had already made a name for herself in radio, but when she stepped into the 106 and Park auditions, she wasn't about to be just another pretty face. Her effortless, laid-back cool immediately caught the attention of BET's executive VP, Stephen Hill. He saw something special, a perfect mix of authenticity, charm, and just enough edge to keep audiences locked in. Free wasn't just another TV host. She was the culture, and Hill knew it. She wasn't going to just be a part of 106 and Park. She was about to redefine it. Meanwhile, AJ Calloway was never even supposed to be in front of the camera. A Jersey native, AJ had spent years as a party promoter, working behind the scenes. But when auditions were happening, fate had other plans.
I went to Howard University. He went to Hampton Institute.
I see that he's trying to catch up. He's trying to catch up.
Hampton Institute.
No,
that was the original name.
Oh,
Hampton
okay.
Institute. Oh, he got it up there too. He got
Real HU right
the real HU. Oh my God. You can't be the real HU if the school started as high.
Stay tuned, because the 106 and Park story only gets wilder from here. After earning his degree from Howard University, AJ Calloway had his sights set on making it big in the media world. He packed his bags and headed to New York City, ready to carve out a career as a journalist. But AJ wasn't just another hopeful trying to break into the industry. He had the connections, the confidence, and that undeniable hustler's mentality. Years of throwing parties and networking with entertainment insiders had given him an edge. He knew how to move in the right circles, make an impression, and create opportunities for himself. Initially, his role in 106 and Park had nothing to do with being on screen. He was supposed to be behind the scenes, assisting with auditions and helping BET execs choose the right co-host. But something unexpected happened. The more the network's higher-ups saw him interacting with Marie, the more they realized they had something special on their hands. There was an effortless energy between them, a chemistry that felt organic, unforced, and straight-up electric. It wasn't just that they worked well together. It was like they had been a team for years. That rare, natural connection made all the difference, and it was the kind of magic that couldn't be scripted or manufactured. AJ was no longer just some behind-the-scenes guy. BET executives knew they had lightning in a bottle, and it was clear. He had to be on screen, right alongside Free. So what was it about their chemistry that made 106 and Park so different from any other music show? For starters, Free had a raw, down-to-earth presence that immediately made people feel comfortable. She wasn't trying too hard. She wasn't putting on a front. She was just real. Fans connected with her effortlessly because she came off as one of them. Someone who genuinely loved music and the culture. Not just another TV personality reading from a script. She had that cool, laid-back energy, that made everyone feel like they were kicking it with their homegirl. AJ, on the other hand, brought a different but equally important energy to the table. He had that smooth, charismatic flow that kept the show moving seamlessly. He was a natural when it came to engaging with guests, cracking jokes, and keeping the vibe light while still maintaining a professional edge. What made them work so well together was the balance between their personalities. Where Free was chill and relatable, AJ was charming and polished. They didn't feel like two random hosts thrown together. They felt like real friends, and that made all the difference. Unlike a lot of co-host duos that come off as awkward or stiff, Free and AJ vibed effortlessly. There was no forced banter, no uncomfortable silences, and no cringe-worthy scripted moments. They played off each other so well that it made 106 and Park feel less like a formal music show and more like a hangout session with friends. That authenticity resonated with audiences, and it's one of the biggest reasons the show became such a massive hit. It wasn't just a place to watch music videos, it was a cultural movement. B.E.T's 106 and Park wasn't just another countdown show. It was the place to be if you were a fan of hip-hop and R&B. It was the heartbeat of the culture in the early 2000s, the go-to destination for the hottest music videos, exclusive interviews, and unforgettable live performances. If an artist was making waves in the industry, you knew they were going to be on 106 and Park. It was the ultimate platform for both established superstars and rising talent looking to make a name for themselves. One of the things that made 106 and Park so legendary was its ability to bring together both industry icons and fresh new faces. On one hand, you had music royalty stopping by. Artists like Whitney Houston, Halle Berry, and even Michael Jackson. Yes, that MJ. And this wasn't just some quick satellite interview or a brief appearance. He was sitting in the studio with Free and AJ, having a full-on conversation. That was huge. At the time, Michael Jackson wasn't giving out interviews left and right, so the fact that he made time for 106 and Park spoke volumes about the show's impact. But it wasn't just about the veterans. 106 and Park had an eye for spotting up-and-coming talent before they became household names. Alicia Keys, for example, sat down with Free and AJ before Fallen was dominating the airwaves. Kanye West, back when he was still a humble producer-turned-rapper, made his way to the 106 and Park stage long before he became the larger-than-life figure we know today. Even Destiny's Child had their moment on the show, including that infamous moment when Michelle took a tumble that would later become a viral meme. And let's not forget Aaliyah, who made one of her final public appearances on 106 and Park before her tragic passing. It was this perfect balance, giving a platform to both music legends and rising stars, that kept audiences hooked. Fans tuned in not just to see their favorite artists, but to discover the next big thing. And when it came to competition, there was no contest. In the early 2000s, MTV's TRL, or Total Request Live, was considered the gold standard for music countdown shows. It had a massive following, with big-name artists regularly stopping by to promote their latest projects. But when 106 and Park came onto the scene, it shattered the competition. The numbers didn't lie. While TRL was bringing in around 600,000 viewers, 106 and Park was pulling 760,000. That wasn't just a small lead, that was a dominant victory. Free and AJ weren't just BET's most recognizable hosts, they became the faces of the network. But their influence went beyond just The Daily Show. They were hosting major BET events, from Spring Bling to BET's Beach Party, and even played a huge role in the BET Awards. They had the kind of star power that gave the network a level of cool that other hosts simply couldn't match. For a while, 106 and Park wasn't just a TV show. It felt like the epicenter of the music industry. If an artist wanted to be relevant, they had to make an appearance. It was the ultimate cosign, the one place where you had to show up if you wanted to connect with the culture. Aaliyah's last appearance. One of the most unforgettable episodes in 106 and Park history was the one that featured Aaliyah in 2001, her final televised appearance before her tragic passing. This wasn't just a regular episode. It became a moment frozen in time, one that fans would later revisit with both admiration and heartbreak. From the moment she stepped onto that stage, Aaliyah radiated the effortless grace and poise that had made her a beloved icon. The audience erupted in applause, and rightfully so. She was at the top of her game, with her self-titled album breaking new ground in R&B. Free and AJ hyped up her entrance, celebrating her as the superstar she was.
Yeah, y'all gotta stand up for that. That's big.
Man.
What more can you expect, though, from a superstar with a platinum voice and a heart of gold? Give it up, y'all, for Aaliyah!
Aaliyah's presence was as warm and genuine as ever. She wasn't just there to promote her music. She was connecting with her fans in a way that felt personal and heartfelt. In a moment that showcased her kindness, she surprised a lucky audience member with a brand new Cadillac, proving once again that her generosity knew no bounds. It was a small but powerful reminder of the love she had for the people who supported her. The conversation turned to her latest project, her self-titled album Aaliyah, which was making waves in the industry. She spoke with excitement about the creative process and the new direction she was exploring in her music.
Now, your album has been out since mid-July, and it's been doing so well. We gotta
Thank
congratulate you on that.
I have to thank all of you guys for that. Thank you.
Then came the part that, looking back, feels almost eerie. Free and AJ asked about her next music video, and Aaliyah confirmed that it was for Rock the Boat, one of the standout tracks from her album. She revealed that she was set to begin filming the very next day.
Yeah, and then we gotta know what the next video is, and I hope you're saying it's a song I love.
Yes, it's Rock the Boat.
Yes!
It's Rock the Boat.
Yeah! Now, when can we expect that?
I shoot the video tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And that video should be out, and we're hoping, like, beginning of September.
I can't wait.
We're actually doing singles back-to-back. We're doing Rock the Boat first, then we're dropping More Than a Woman. So we got them coming back-to-back.
What a sexy song.
Yeah.
Her excitement was palpable. She was looking forward to the shoot, unaware that it would become her final project. Just days after this interview aired, the world was devastated by the news of her untimely death. Aaliyah and her team traveled to the Bahamas to film the highly anticipated Rock the Boat music video. After wrapping up production, they boarded a small plane headed for Florida. What should have been a routine flight turned into a tragedy that shocked the world. Shortly after takeoff, the aircraft crashed, taking the lives of Aaliyah and 8 others on board. Aaliyah Downa Houghton wasn't just another artist. She was a movement. From the moment she stepped onto the scene as a teenager, she brought a unique blend of R&B, hip-hop, and futuristic production that made her stand out in an era filled with talent. With her signature sleek vocals, effortless cool girl style, and collaborations with legendary producers like Timbaland and Missy Elliott, Aaliyah became the face of a new sound, one that would influence generations of artists to come. Her impact was undeniable. She gave us timeless hits like Are You That Somebody, One in a Million, Try Again, and More Than a Woman, songs that still sound fresh today. She wasn't just dominating music, though. She was making major moves in Hollywood, too. After starring in Romeo Must Die opposite Jet Li, she had secured a lead role in Queen of the Damned, and was even cast in the Matrix sequels before her passing. Aaliyah was on the verge of superstardom, one that extended far beyond music. On August 25, 2001, just after wrapping up the video shoot, Aaliyah and her team were scheduled to leave the Bahamas. The original plan was to fly out the next day, but for reasons still debated, the group decided to leave earlier than planned. They boarded a small twin-engine Cessna 402B, but something was off from the start. Several members of her team expressed concern about the aircraft, as it appeared overloaded with equipment. The pilot, Luis Morales III, was reportedly unlicensed to fly at the time, and later toxicology reports revealed that he had traces of illicit substances in his system. Shortly after takeoff, tragedy struck. The plane struggled to gain altitude, stalled, and crashed just moments after leaving the runway. Aaliyah and 8 others on board lost their lives instantly. The music world was left in shock, unable to process how someone so young, so talented, and so full of life could be gone in an instant.
The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
The news of Aaliyah's passing sent shockwaves through the industry. Fans gathered outside her home, leaving flowers, candles, and handwritten letters. Radio stations played her music on repeat, and artists from Missy Elliott to DMX shared their grief publicly. B.E.T's 106 and Park quickly became a place of mourning and remembrance. Marie and AJ, who had just sat down with Aaliyah days before, struggled to hold back tears as they paid tribute to her. Clips of her final interview played repeatedly, showing just how full of life she was in her last moments. Her funeral, held on August 31, 2001, was a heartbreaking yet beautiful event. A horse-drawn carriage carried her casket through the streets of New York, and doves were released into the sky as a final goodbye. Celebrities, fans, and loved ones all gathered to say farewell to the princess of R&B. DMX's stance on the industry. Back in 2003, DMX made a powerful appearance while promoting both his film Never Die Alone and his album Grand Champ. He took the opportunity to announce a major career move, launching his own film company, BL Film.
Well, you know, I got my own film company now.
Yeah.
Bloodline Film.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I got my first project, which is a Donald Goines book turned into a movie called Never Die Alone. You know what I'm saying? You know, street niggas, y'all know about Donald Goines. You know what I mean? And it's the first time one of his books has been turned into a movie.
Right.
So I'm actually honored, you know what I'm saying, to have that privilege, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the fact that they know that I would put enough real into it, you know what I'm saying, to give it some credibility.
Okay.
But DMX didn't just stop at promoting his projects. He took the gloves off and gave an unfiltered breakdown of the music industry. He openly called out the financial struggles that even successful artists face, explaining how record labels take a huge chunk of the profits while musicians are left paying for everything: the recording, the promotion, the tours, and even the people running the equipment. Despite covering all these expenses, artists still only walk away with a fraction of the earnings. It was a system DMX had long criticized, seeing it as an industry built to enrich executives at the expense of the very artists making the music.
Well, I mean, y'all gotta look at it from my point of view, you know what I'm saying? I got a family, yo, you know what I'm saying? And we as rap artists, as any type of musicians, you know what I'm saying? We pay for our recording to be done. We pay for our promotion to be done. We paid for the tours. We pay for the tour bus. We pay for the people who operate the equipment. We pay for everything. And we still don't get an even split from the record company. That's modern day slavery to me, dog. You know what I mean? And I'm not with it.
As always, DMX's raw honesty struck a nerve with fans. His words weren't just about the industry. They reflected the deeper struggles he faced in both his professional and personal life. Even in this interview, he refused to conform, choosing instead to speak his truth, no matter the consequences. While Grand Champ didn't end up being his final album, this moment reinforced his legacy as an artist who never compromised his principles, even when it cost him. Now let's get into this AJ and his dreadlocks drama. Because it was messier than anyone expected. If you watched 106 and Park back in the day, you probably remember AJ's signature dreadlocks, his whole aesthetic really. Those locks became part of his identity. But years later, the internet went into full meltdown mode when a video surfaced that appeared to show AJ getting his dreads removed. Yep, you read that right. A wig, y'all. Social media detectives went all in, dissecting old photos and clips like forensic analysts. Every angle, every strand of hair, every questionable hairline was under scrutiny. Was it all a lie? Had we been hoodwinked this entire time? And you already know the memes were relentless. People were out here questioning their entire childhood, wondering if they could ever trust again. But before things could spiral even further, AJ himself stepped in to clear things up. He explained that yes, his dreadlocks during 106 and Park were 100% real. The clip that had people clutching their pearls? That was recent, showing him getting a lace front removed as part of a hairstyle change. Basically, the man just wanted to switch things up in his later years, not rewrite history. So everyone can breathe easy. Your childhood was not built on lies. AJ's locks were the real deal back in the day, and the newer video was just him experimenting with a fresh look. Crisis averted. Now, on to one of the most shocking moments in 106 in Park history, when AJ and Free suddenly left the show. Back in July 2005, Free was mysteriously missing from several episodes with zero explanation. Then, on July 28th, AJ dropped a bombshell, live on air. Fighting back tears, he revealed that this would be his final episode. The audience was stunned. But what made it even wilder? Free wasn't even there. She was at home, watching like the rest of us. In a moment that felt straight out of reality TV, AJ literally answered Free's call on air, letting her say goodbye to the viewers in real time.
I'm on the phone right now with Free. There's a lot going on over here at 106 in Park. I got her on the phone to help me from getting emotional. I want everybody to know out there, this is my last live show on 106 in Park. And Free's gone as well. And, man, me and Free wanted you all to know that we love y'all very much.
AJ didn't just walk away from 106 in Park. His departure was heavy. He later reflected on his final episode, revealing that leaving wasn't just about the job. Thursday's show was my last day. It was a tough situation. I went through a lot of stuff people don't know about. I stayed for the kids. I looked at it like this. You don't see a black man on TV every day in a positive light. I was upset I no longer had the voice. Free backed him up, saying that AJ's emotional goodbye was straight from the heart. It wasn't about losing a TV show. It was about losing a platform. I called his cell phone. I told him, AJ, tell everyone we love them. It's going to be all good. It's just a passing of the guard. Still, it was a very ill way for the show to end. And that was that. No closure, no proper send-off, just an abrupt exit that left fans shook. Fast forward a few years, and the original 106 and Park duo reunited on Instagram Live with Roxy, who took over hosting duties with Terrence J after they left. And y'all, they were wildin'. They joked about the real reasons Free and AJ left, making it clear there was still some unspoken tea.
What happened was that Free started asking for mineral water and bottled water, and it just was out of the budget. And it was just too much to pay for.
And I felt like,
yes.
I don't want to drink regular water. One of the reasons I left was because they would not give me my mineral water.
You need to give 2 more reasons why AJ left B.E.T.
Oh, we got 2 more. Sorry.
They didn't have the hot sauce that I liked in the cafeteria.
That's right. AJ wanted Crystal's hot sauce. And at that time, Crystal's was very hard to find in New York City because, you either got Red Hot or you got tobacco.
And
they had the
one of the
audacity.
reasons, you're right, the right hot sauce.
Wait, let me tell y'all what happened, though. So this is what happened, guys. There was this little intern, right? It fresh out of Howard. This little intern got, God bless him, poor baby, had no shot. He went and got AJ the 5 chicken wings in the wax bag. You know how we like it over there in New York, and brought regular Tabasco sauce.
No,
Done.
that's horrible.
Done.
Even though they never revealed any real behind-the-scenes drama, the way they danced around certain topics suggested that there was more to the story than they were willing to say outright. Despite the abrupt end to their time on 106 and Park, both Free and AJ continued their careers in media. Free remained a fan favorite, working in radio and other media projects, though nothing quite reached the level of her success at B.E.T. AJ went on to have a strong run on Extra, but later personal scandals overshadowed his career. Financially, both have done well for themselves. Free's net worth is estimated to be around $3 million, while AJ's is reportedly around $4 million. Regardless of where life has taken them, they will always be remembered as the original faces of 106 and Park. However, as much as their time on the show left a lasting impact, the untold stories and behind-the-scenes moments remain some of the most intriguing aspects of their legacy.